Okay, I was trying to do some live updates, but we were having issues with Facebook Live. So I'm just going to record this and then I'll share it. So this is Friday evening, just coming up to quarter to 9 p.m. So just before 9 p.m. Weather warnings have been issued by Met Air, and some counties were added to the orange. Laois and Offaly were added to orange ice warning, snow ice warning, but Cork and Kerry was upgraded to orange as well for rain and snow. It's down to -2, -3 degrees out there. My station down to -3.5. It's freezing quite hard already out there. Another cold night ahead. So if you look at the bigger picture here, we can see this low pressure system in the Atlantic that's going to move in through tomorrow afternoon and then continue through the country and pull away on Sunday and Sunday evening. Some showers pushing in then on Monday, and as we go through, then the next low pressure system on Wednesday is likely to stay south of Ireland at the moment, and we stay generally dry for Wednesday and Thursday. But then Friday we see a return to some much milder air and possibly some rain. If we look at the upper air temperatures here, you can see the cold air over Ireland, and you can see that as a low system comes in here through Saturday and Sunday, milder air there is introduced into the south of the country. But as that low pressure system pulls away, the colder air pulls back in behind it, and we stay in the cold air then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and really it's Friday, Thursday night, Friday before we see the warmer air coming in. And then on Saturday and Sunday we could actually see much milder air moving up towards us, so we could go from being below average to being well above average next weekend, but this far out that is still subject to change. So looking at it a little bit closer, you can see the rain is blue here, will move in tomorrow afternoon, just after lunch, and it will fall as rain in some part when it's light, but turn to snow even already through late afternoon, because once it gets dark temperatures will drop and the rain will turn to snow, especially where it gets heavier. So as it gets heavier it pulls down the heavier precipitation and the colder air with it. So by tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, it'll move further north, and in the south it will turn from snow to rain, but snow will continue further north into the Midlands there. Now, as it pulls back away again on Sunday, it'll turn back from rain back to sleet and to snow. So where exactly is going to see sleet and snow is tricky. We'll have a look at high resolution weather model in a moment. Some showers possible on Monday, especially into the west and the northwest, and some of them could push further down across the country, which should give some falls of sleet and snow as well. So this is the higher resolution army weather model. So this gives you a better indication. So if we go through here, you can see tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock, it's rain from many parts. It's snow on high ground, really. Now, as we go through Saturday night into Sunday, it is snow in some lower areas as well, but the heaviest of it is certainly on high ground there. Now, this weather model only goes out until about Sunday 3 o'clock. But as you see, as it starts to pull away, even in Cork there, it does start to turn more to snow. So even if it is rain, if it's snow to rain back to snow, and you might think on Sunday, oh, it's rain. By Sunday afternoon, it could actually be turning back to snow, and the problem with that is then it's going to freeze as it does that. Now, looking at another weather model here, in this one the snow is kind of pinky colour and the sleet is the creamy colour. And as you go through it here, you can see it actually keeps it that little bit further south, so it keeps more sleet and snow that little bit further south into kind of Kilkenny and Carlow, Tipperary. But as it pulls away there, even in the south, in Waterford and Cork, it does turn to snow, and in the southeast, even in Wexford, it turns to snow on Sunday evening. So that is a possibility. Those two options are there. If we look at another weather model here, just to give you an indication, it's similar, but the fine line between where it turns to rain and back to snow, but it does all show turning back to snow Sunday evening, so that's something to keep an eye out on. This is the Haramy weather model snow depth totals. Now, the snow depth totals are particularly notoriously weak and poor in terms of how accurate they are, because they think that everything that falls is going to stick, and that's not the case. But just to give you an indication, you can see there some parts of Limerick, Tipperary, into Laois, Kilkenny, and on the Wicklow Mountains, obviously, are seeing the deepest snow there. Now, just to give you an indication of the Army weather model, you can see on this one the deepest of the snow is more on high ground, but also a little bit further away from the east. There isn't as much snow showing up till 4 o'clock on Sunday, but there could be a little bit more as it pulls away. But that's just to show you the difference on it. If we look at the temperatures, it's going to get above like 1 or 2 degrees, but not much above it on Saturday and Sunday, and then it's going to drop back on Monday. And on Tuesday, it may not get above 0 degrees. And Tuesday night, it actually could get down to as low as minus 10 degrees because it will be clear skies. So if we look here at Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, by Wednesday morning it could be down to minus 10. Now that's based on snow cover. If there isn't snow cover there, the temperatures won't drop as low, but it's something to keep an eye on. The other thing to be mindful of is the fact that it's going to fall as rain in many parts of the southwest, but very heavy rain with over 70 millimeters of rain possible there. You can see in parts of the southwest, especially Kerry, but West Cork and maybe even parts of Limerick. So something to keep an eye on. There could be a risk of flooding there in the southwest, but it will be rain and possibly turning back to snow, but very heavy rain to come first. So look, keep up to date on the weather warnings. It's not something we haven't it's not as if we haven't seen it before. It's cold weather, it's a bit of snow. Some areas will see a lot of snow, some areas will see very little snow, a slushy mess. As I keep saying, manage the children's expectations because lots of children are going to think there's going to be loads of snow and they're going to be very disappointed. But some areas will see deep snow. And with these weather warnings, no matter what way you go, I can guarantee you now, people will say on Sunday and Monday, it should have been a red in my area, and other people will laugh and say, what snow? It's an absolute joke. It shouldn't even have been a yellow warning. This county by county is very much a bland instrument, but forecasting snow in Ireland is notoriously difficult too. So the mix of that means that these weather warnings, they're a good indication, but people are going to complain no matter which way you do it. They'll say there should have been a red or should have been a yellow. But I was in the supermarkets earlier in Tullow, and look at this. No bread and no milk. We need to relax a little bit, calm down a little bit. Yes, some people probably will be stuck inside with snow for a couple of days, maybe in high ground and in the worst areas, but other areas will be icy, and that's probably the biggest problem is going to be the ice. Because if you look at these weather models here, this is all showing what's going to fall precipitation wise, not snow but rain. But regardless of what falls Saturday and Sunday, it's then going to freeze, and the problem is it's going to stay frozen pretty much from Sunday night through to Thursday, with very low temperatures at night and low temperatures by day. So there's going to be very little thaw, so there's going to be a lot of ice. So it's going to be really, really treacherous in terms of the ice. But anyway, the main point is try and stay calm. Let's not get carried away. Lots of loads of crazy headlines. Some people issuing red warnings. The only weather warnings that are official are from Met Air. And yes, they can change. Yes, they can upgrade, but they are the official warnings. So stay warm and look after yourself, your pets, and the people that you know that are close to you that maybe don't have enough heating. Make sure that you call in and give them a shout and see can you give them a dig out with giving them some heating. Okay, mind yourselves and stay warm.